Morgan and Ryan here from A Guy, a Girl, and a Trail. And we have been hearing all about this trend on TikTok, mostly from my coworker, Raquel. Hey girl. And, and we had to get in on this and see what was going on with this whole frothing your tequila. Does that do anything to change the flavor? So here we are to see what we think about all of this. So let's start by talking about our personal theory behind how this works. If you start with bad tequila, you're probably going to notice a bit of a difference when you froth it up, aerate it essentially, and get a bunch of air into the tequila that you're tasting. You might notice something with that. If you start with really good additive-free tequila, our theory is that you won't really notice much of a difference. So here's the twist on how we're going to do this test. What we have here are 2 bottles of the exact same tequila. This is Cascahuin Tahona Blanco. One bottle, as you may be able to see, is almost empty. This bottle has been open for a long time. Lots of good times. This is one of my favorites.
This is one of the best tequilas there is. It's traditionally made. Everything about this is right. This is what tequila should be.
This bottle is the exact same thing, but it has never been opened. Why don't you show them that it's totally sealed?
Still full. Still, does that show up?
Hard to see, but I promise you.
But yeah, there's still the plastic on here.
Plastic's still on it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take pours of the one that's been open for a long time. We'll have one that we don't aerate and one that we do. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with one that's never been opened before. Pour one plain and aerate one. And we'll just see what happens. So here we go.
And the mentality behind this is that we're thinking aerating this, the only thing you're doing is the exact same thing that happens when you let it breathe. And there's a lot of tequila, in particular aged expressions, where if you open them, kind of get rid of the neck pour it down to the shoulder, let it sit for a day, some cases a week, you'll get a drastically different flavor profile out of it. So we're thinking all this does is potentially just speed up the process of letting it breathe a bit. So taking one that has had months to breathe, it's almost gone. This thing's been open since, 7 months, 8 months. It's
a lot.
And this one hasn't been open till right now. So that should, this one has not had a chance to breathe until right this second. So we'll see how this goes.
So why don't you aerate that one?
You want to pour those?
Sure.
And I'll set a timer. We'll do 30 seconds.
Okay.
Let's see.
We're very scientific around here at A Guy, a Girl, and a Trail.
Where is timer? Let's do 0 hours, 0 minutes. Well, we'll do 20 seconds. It seems like quite a while. All right, so we will froth the ones on the left?
Yep.
Okay. Start. Seems like forever. Okay. Now.
All right, let's taste the unaerated one first. Yep. It's fantastic. I love it. I always have.
That's good.
I know it and I love it. Super clean, super delicious.
That is one of my all-time favorites.
Lots of minerality and delicious.
Very earthy, peppery.
Yeah.
It's
Love
so
this
good.
one. All right, I'm gonna. notice a difference, even even just in smelling this. That's completely different. I will say though, I don't necessarily like the aerated one better. To me, it has more metallic. Something not necessarily pleasant is going on that has changed it to froth it for 20 seconds. It's different. Okay, if we can say anything.
Man, it definitely changes it. It tastes, in my opinion, it has more of like a citol type of flavor profile to it, where you get some of that like petrol rubber glove kind of
Rubber
petroleum.
glove Band-Aidy stuff. I genuinely like the Cascahuin
It's better before messing with it.
Before frothing it.
It changed it for sure. but that's-
Absolutely. All right, let's do it with the unopened now.
Okay.
Start your timers.
Which one are you doing?
This one.
Left side. Okay. Oh.
Okay. All right. So many people who know tequila would say, we just poured off the neck pour. That's the most undesirable piece of the bottle. So let's try the one that we haven't frothed. I mean, it still smells amazing. Yeah, you know, so this very first one that we poured is absolutely, so far, the best of the bunch. It's breathed, it's, you know, had its time, it's the least adulterated, and I like this pour the best.
And it is worth mentioning, the open bottle is lot 192, where this one is lot 360. So they are different lots, and when you have traditionally made tequila, that tends to happen, that you get different flavor profiles from one batch to another.
Because it's real.
Yeah, that's a lot of I wouldn't even say cheap tequila, because there's lots of very expensive stuff that uses additives, but they'll use the additives to cover up using agaves that aren't fully matured, and using additives to try to make bad tequila taste sweeter and consistent from one batch to the next.
So personally, I think in our unopened bottle, comparing the neck pour with the froth pour, I like the froth pour better. When we've got a bottle that's, you know, again, additive free, really fantastic tequila to begin with, one poured the way it's meant to be, and one that gets frothed beforehand, I liked the first pour best of all. And I guess I'll just double fist it for the rest of the night.
It's so good. I don't feel like it made as much of a difference on the new bottle, which surprises me.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. I can see that there was more of a change on the first bottle, very noticeable change.
Mm-hmm.
And here, it was a subtle change. I still liked the second pour a bit better.
I feel like in the end, that is not worth doing. Just drink good stuff.
Yeah.
And it didn't make it significantly better. I mean, the nuances in these two, the differences between them are really subtle. I mean, you can taste it, but I don't know. After hearing about this, her coworker, knowing we're tequila people, asked if that was like the most appalling thing we had ever heard. And we're like, what are you talking about? So we just looked at a few videos on TikTok of it, and yeah, all the videos seem to be, not great quality tequila that people are trying this with, and it's just like, I don't know, they act like it's this super dramatic, life-changing difference from before to after, and it's not if you drink something worth drinking. Anything else to add?
No.
All right. Drink what's good.